what you think it's going to be. It's not as bad as you think it's going to be. So don't try to turn yourself into something that you're not, but develop. If I've got really bad habits, and if I haven't started my business yet, I want to work some of that stuff out.
Yeah.
So I don't carry it into my business with me. If you think by some imagination that when you start your business that you're going to change everything about yourself, it's not going to happen. And it'll even appear that everything's okay for a couple of months. 3 months in, 4 months in, 5 months in, you're going to start hating what you're doing, and you're going to, all those habits are still going to be there. But now you got a business that you're responsible for. So I'm saying hire somebody, especially you don't want to play around with payroll. Wisconsin Department of Revenue, they have a couple of people down there that are, I mean, they've lost their mind. But they have authority, but they're crazy as bat. I tell you, so you want to stay on top of stuff, and also you want to pray, because the people that I've seen that really pray seem to really get good, either the good representatives, or when you write a letter, it turns around or something. They seem to get the good people who, but you know, there's one guy, he told me, well, go down to Wisconsin Department of Revenue with me. And I said, okay, fine. You know, so he, let me see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I said, we're not moving until we pray, because this is too far, and I can't fix this. No. I'm not going in and talking to this man with you without praying first. So we sat in the car and we prayed. I didn't know if he wanted to pray or didn't want to pray, but that was irrelevant. I needed to. And so we get in there, talk to the guy, and we just told the guy, this is the amount that he can pay every month. And I talked to him about an amount, but I went $200 under what he said, because I figured it was too much. And the guy said, okay. I was like, okay.
Right.
Now he thinks he's done something, so he's going to start getting all tough with the guy. Well, what I think, I'm like, man, let's go. Sign it on paper and let's go, you know. But what you don't do is, after he did all that, he ignored the guy. What you don't do is do that. You don't do that. If something happens, you talk to them, but you don't do that. So he ignored them, so he came after him. And what he did to stop by was come after me too. And so you really want to be careful too about who are the people that you're lining yourself with. Who are your clients? Who is it that you're working with? Now, fortunately, you always have to think, God is always in everything. So you have to put on a full armor. So they sent me this whole letter to basically trying to tell me I was responsible for his taxes that he didn't pay. And so they had this whole ruling and all this stuff on there. And I started to fill out the sheet like they were questions that they were asking me. And I said, I'm not filling out this sheet. This doesn't apply to me. So I wrote a letter and put it on top of it. I can't fill out the sheet because nothing that you've asked me applies to it at all. I don't know where you got this information from, but I'm not a part of his company. I'm not, because I signed his checks. Right. So that's where they were pulling me in. They said I was responsible for that. So that's, so we go to that point too. Watch who you allow to sign your checks, but watch who you also decide you want to align yourself with and put your signature on things. Just keep it open. Go to the next slide. Prepare. And this is where I'm saying it seems a little crazy, but especially now, if I hadn't started all my business before, this is what I would do. I would clean and organize my house.
Come on, start there. Hallelujah.
Yes. And I don't mean, that straightening up that you do. No, that's not what I mean. Right. And if you need to hire somebody to help you, then hire I mean all the drawers too. The closets, all of it. You have to decide, and what I've learned in attempting to do this and doing it the wrong way, it ended up back with a house not clean. Again, I've learned the first thing you're supposed to do is to develop a plan. You've got to have a place for everything. If you don't know where it's going, when you move it, you keep moving it around.
Yes, you do.
And so you got the same thing that either it goes out the door or you find a place for it. So your first, when you get ready to do your home, your first